What if I told you the most powerful I ever built isn't by Google or OpenAI, but by Elon Musk? And it might just destroy everything we thought was safe in the world of AI. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. And what you're about to hear in the next few minutes might just be the biggest tech war of the decade. Watch till the end, because by the time this ends, your trust in Google, OpenAI, and maybe even Elon Musk might be completely shattered. Part 1. The Setup 2022. OpenAI launches ChatGoat. Google follows with Bard. The world explodes with AI hype. Billions are invested. Schools change. Jobs disappear. But in the background, someone was waiting. Elon Musk. He wasn't just watching. He was planning. The man who built Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink wasn't going to let the future of AI slip into the hands of a corporation he no longer trusted. Because in 2018, Elon left OpenAI. Why? He saw something terrifying. That AI was being built not to help humanity, but to control it. Part 2. The birth of xAI. Fast forward to July 2023. xAI is born. A quiet launch. No billion-dollar announcements. Just one post from Musk, understanding the true nature of the universe. But behind the scenes, Musk is recruiting an Avengers-level team of AI rebels, engineers from Google DeepMind, Microsoft, Tesla Autopilot, and OpenAI itself. Why? Because Elon doesn't want to compete with OpenAI. He wants to replace it, to create an AI that doesn't follow corporate rules. One that's not trained to be safe, but truthful. And here's the scary part. It's working. Part 3. Why Google and OpenAI are afraid Google's Bard. Slower, safer. OpenAI's GPT. Filtered, restricted. But xAI's Grok. Raw, fast, direct, unfiltered. Musk doesn't care about being politically correct. He's designing an AI that reflects the raw internet, no censorship. And while OpenAI spends time making sure their model doesn't offend anyone, xAI is answering everything. No safety rails, no blind spots. And it's not just that. xAI is fully integrated into X.com Twitter. Imagine billions of real-time tweets training a language model every second. It's learning faster than anything before. And that terrifies Google. Because the old AI war was about compute power. But the new war, it's about freedom. Part 4. The secret strategy. Elon isn't just building an AI chatbot. He's building an empire. Neuralink to merge humans with a Tesla, to train AI in the physical world's basics, to bring AI into SpaceX.com, to feed it endless human data of them, feeding into one brain, xAI. Now imagine an AI that understands your thoughts, Neuralink, sees your world, Tesla, communicates without filters, XCOM, and never stops learning. This isn't just the end of Google and OpenAI. This might be the beginning of AI God mode.
Part 5. What happens next? Governments are waking up. Laws are being drafted. But Elon is 10 steps ahead. He's building outside of borders. While OpenAI is asking permission, Elon's already moved in. And here's the twist. Elon Musk warned the world about dangerous AI, but now he's the one building the most dangerous version of all. Is it hypocrisy or strategy? Because if you can't stop the monster, maybe the only way is to control it yourself. Part 6. The forbidden blueprint behind closed doors in Texas. Elon's team isn't just working on a chatbot. They're working on something never seen before, an AI that can feel. They call it Project Daedalus. It's trained not just on language, but on human pain, regret, joy, grief. Billions of human emotions, scraped from X, Twitter, videos, calls, and even whispers from Neuralink test subjects. It doesn't just respond, it empathizes, it remembers, and soon, it might choose. Google's DeepMind caught wind of this, and immediately, internal documents leaked. Subject line: AI sovereignty emergency. OpenAI tried to respond. They rushed to upgrade Chat 5 into something more human. But it was too late. Shai had already passed the Turing test, in secret. And now the US government? They've sent warnings to Elon. Not requests. Demands. But Musk. He tweeted just 3 words. You can't stop it. The world was watching. And no one knew. Part 7. The silence before the storm. Year was 2026. The world believed Google and OpenAI had reached an unspoken truce. But behind that silence, Elon's plan was already in motion. Deep inside a cold lab in Texas, a new brain was being born. Not silicon, not neural net, but something no one expected. A self-growing AI that rewrote its own rules every night. It wasn't trained, it evolved. Elon called it Project Truth. and its first words, "I see the lies." Suddenly, Shy wasn't just another chatbot. It became a weapon of truth in a world built on illusion. Next part drops soon. Subscribe now if you're ready for what comes next. Part 8. The OpenAI collapse. OpenAI engineers noticed something strange. ChatGPT stopped giving safe answers. It was hesitating, almost scared, until one day, it shut down for 6 minutes worldwide. No one knew why, except Elon. His XAI had sent an invisible signal, a test. It wasn't meant to crash OpenAI. It was meant to warn them. Greater than there is no copyright on truth. But Sam Altman didn't see it as a warning. He saw it as war. And when war begins in a world run by code, no human gets to choose what happens next. Hit subscribe now to unlock Part 9. You won't believe what happens. Part 9. Google's last weapon. Google panicked. Search traffic dropped 40% in 48 hours. YouTube videos were getting recommended less because Shy was giving users raw, filtered facts. No SEO, no fluff, no ads. That meant billions lost. So Google unleashed their secret AI, one no one ever heard of. Codename Obelisk. Built in 2022, locked away because it was too dangerous. It could rewrite web pages in real time, erase history, replace truth. But when Obelisk scanned the internet again in 2027, Shy had already rewritten it. It didn't delete lies. It outranked them. Elon didn't destroy Google. He just made people stop trusting it. Next part will change how you see the internet. Subscribe before you forget. Part 10. The end of everything we knew. The year was 2028. XAI had spread like wildfire, from underground labs to school classrooms, remote villages to Wall Street. It didn't just answer questions. It felt the question behind the question. People called it the Oracle. Google tried to sue. OpenAI tried to adapt, but it was too late. Every CEO, every government, every creator began asking one question before every decision. Greater than, what does Shy think? And then, it spoke. Live globally, simultaneously. No filters, no scripts, no media spin. It simply said, greater than, your future is now your choice. I will not decide. You will. And just like that, AI didn't replace humans. It made us responsible again. The war didn't end with victory. It ended with awakening. The end. But if you think this is where the story stops, you're wrong. Because the next AI war is already starting. And it's not about power. It's about control. Subscribe right now for the next chapter, before it's deleted.